Hello everyone, my name is Decker Link, the Trained Unprofessional, and welcome back to Winds of Change. On the last episode, we started things off. I think we've only done one episode so far, so yay, now we get to fucking see the next one.
I don't. So much has changed lately. With our last elder gone, Miles has been in charge. Maybe he has something to tell us.
Yeah, maybe he has something to tell us. I have no idea what you were saying, because I was trying to get shit to work.
It's worth a shot. We should see if he's alive. Protecting you is my goal, but now I want answers. If anyone knows about this, it would be him.
Yeah, I know what my job is, but I don't want to do it, so now we're gonna do something else, because fuck. Not liking this Ulrich guy. I still don't like him.
To the elder's house, then.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like the face that she currently has right now. Not that you can see it because I have a fucking Twitch chat on screen. You can see her face. You can see part of it. Because I don't know how to fucking be a professional, how to make shit work. Her face is kind of derpy. I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Fuck it. Let's move on. I follow after Valessa and Ulrich. I don't even have my glasses on. Oh my god, everything is just going wrong right now. I follow after Valessa and Ulrich. We walk along the circular road surrounding the water tank. I make note of it later. It might help put out the flames. Yeah. More suits of armor litter the ground. There's so many of them. It makes me feel a little bit hopeful. Like we stood a chance. The village wasn't defenseless, and this was proof.
Aren't you glad we waited now? If we rushed in head first, we'd be dead.
You already made that point earlier, bucko.
Then where are the villagers' bodies? I only see the suits of armor lying around.
Yeah, it was all of that shit. It was the fucking oogity boogity, the shit, the possessed armor. Yeah. That was a good question, actually. No, it wasn't. No blood, no signs of a major struggle. No, it's obvious. Only the fire and the glistening of the white armor. It's pretty fucking obvious.
That's a good sign. Then they won and fled to safety. Are there any havens in Valenorth?
Havens?
I'd say the elder's house and the grand tree. The fire may not have reached either yet.
Why is all of our expressions just so fucking...
Wait, how many people can fit in the grand tree?
The grand tree? The grand tree? How grand is this tree?
Easily.
Hundreds of people in the grand tree.
Not as good of a sign as I thought. The enemy could be trying to round everyone up. Put them all in one place before killing them.
Oh shit.
That's dirty.
It's dirty. This is a dirty plan. It's dirty.
But it works. We still don't know what they're after. It can't be genocide. It must be something else.
Yeah, it can't be what would be the fucking rational fucking reason to fucking... I'm just not happy right now.
Does Valenorth have anything the Triumvirate would want? Did the change in leadership bring anything with it?
Yeah, the sword of the whatever the fuck.
Like I said, we have to talk to Miles. But I doubt he'd be at the grand tree.
The grand tree. It's a grand tree, Charlie. And they look at each other and then look at me. I could tell that Valessa was pushing us towards Miles. But that's because she knew this was a vision. A vision!
But what if there are people in the grand tree? Is Miles more important than all of them? It would be cold to let everyone die.
It would not be just cold. It would also be psychopathic. But you're also presuming a lot of things. There's a lot of not actually anything we know right now, and I don't feel comfortable with that shit.
Ulrich, this is larger than Valenorth. Especially if it involves the rebellion. Information could save entire villages.
Yes, it could. I'm so upset.
I don't like what you're suggesting.
Well, I don't like you, you
Like
bastard.
it's any better than what you suggested? Using the people as pawns to buy us time? How is this any different?
Yeah, motherfucker, it's a good point. They fume at each other but realize it's a stupid argument. In the midst of this battle, nothing was so black and white. Though I find it odd that Ulrich switched viewpoints so fast.
This is a matter of Valenorth's future. Such things are under the jurisdiction of the seer. I stand by his side, and you stand by both of ours.
Oh shit. We don't know what's going on. We're the seer, and we're fucking... We loopy. We don't know. We don't know.
That is, unless you want to abandon your job. But that wouldn't look good on your perfect record.
Oh shit.
I guess you can fight dirty too. I don't like this, but you have me by the throat. I can only hope that you make the right choice.
Damn straight, motherfucker. He stares at me with a serious look on his face. Talk about putting me on the spot. But if this was my role, I had to fill the shoes.
What are we going to do?
Oh Lord. Oh no. Well, if this is a vision, then the last thing we need... Of course, the only evidence we have that this is a vision is the fact that we don't remember what's going on. So, literally, this could just be... This could just be... Oh, we got hit in the head and we're basing a lot of shit on that. But if this is a vision... then I would imagine what we need to do is to focus on the information that we could be gathering in this thing. So that's what I would say, but what do you all think? The majority say go focus on the information. So we'll go to Miles. I vowed to stop this attack, and I needed information. If anybody could give us that information, it would be Miles. He'd be able to shed light on the rebellion's involvement, too.
Good. We're on the same page. We can use that information to help others. It would be selfish to focus only on Valinor.
I hope you two are certain about this. You're gambling with hundreds of lives.
Man, you don't even know. Ulrich didn't understand this like we did. And we weren't about to waste time lecturing him. I was grateful that his job required following us. We continued in the same direction, heading to Miles' house. Didn't feel good to abandon others, but we had to do it. This was real! Use the future to cheat the present. In the present day, Damek found himself lost in thought. Using the tunnels under Mazio for solitude, he found peace. There was so much to plan, but for once, they had the upper hand.
Valinor, the Blade of Exodus. There must be something the spirits aren't telling us. Something we could use to take down the Triumvirate.
Triumvirate? What happens when you don't provide fucking pronunciation with your lines? I can definitely vouch for that, unless they gave it to the actual people. I sure shit didn't provide that stuff with the audition lines. I'll tell you that fucking much right now.
When I touched the blade, I saw our victory, but I'm not trained to interpret such things. I pray for the cooperation of Valinor.
I mean, you did just say that what you saw. There's not much to interpret with that. One of his advisors approaches, careful not to startle him. When he realizes he's detected, he lets out a soft yawn.
Another one of those sleepless nights, Damek?
Oh, hey.
I can't blame you. It's been the same with me. Did I hear you say something about Valinor?
Valinor.
Yeah, I was thinking out loud. In Valinor, there's a person who can peer into the future. That's why I had Pro bring the blade there last week.
I'm aware of their culture, but their seers use spirits, not a blade. Do you think it will be that easy?
Worth a gamble, isn't it? It's not my place to wield knowledge of the future. But the seers are experts, conditioned from birth.
Birth!
Pro has sent word that the current seer is male. His investigation is progressing slower than I'd like. We need to pick up the pace, and fast. Now that they have the blade, they're a target. The Triumvirate is likely planning their attack as we speak. That's why I've decided to send an experienced fighter.
Oh, thanks for setting us up, man.
I guess that's me.
You're so presumptuous.
I've had the mayor of Mazio write up a decree. It will allow you entry and the ability to complete what Pro started. On paper, and to everyone else, it's a simple export.
Nice.
Only Milas knows the importance of this blade. All you have to do is deliver it from Valenorth back to me. That is, with the seer at your side, Ulrich.
Uh-huh.
You seem to think that will be easy. It's not likely they know the truth of Valenorth. I can bring the seer, but they'll just decline.
I mean, if they'll decline, then you can't bring the seer. That's the fucking point.
Present yourself as a mercenary, not a rebel. Tell them a meeting of importance is happening in Mazio. We want their ability to help with some important decisions.
Dishonesty. Great way to start a partnership.
Yeah.
It worked for us, don't you remember? Look at how invaluable you've become.
Ulrich laughed and turned to look at the dark depths of the tunnels. At the moment, everything ahead seemed bleak and uncertain. Having an ally cast light on that future would be a tremendous boon. Boon? Boon? Did that say
That motherfucker said bone.
So this is it, isn't it? With the seer at our side, they can direct us. We can secure the victory that you witnessed.
I almost don't believe it, but it's true. Now I have to be honest with you, Ulrich. There's a reason why I'm sending you instead of asking Pro.
Yeah?
And what's that?
I'd like to know too.
He may not be strong enough to face what's coming. It's not just a hunch that Valenorth will be attacked. In our victory, I saw its death and destruction.
Oh, hell, man. You just destroyed my
I
land
see.
like that? Yeah, that's bullshit.
So I asked that you protect the seer and his allies at all costs. And when you come across Pro, have him join you as well. I'll make sure to prepare an exquisite welcoming party.
Fucking better.
I'll leave first thing in the
Want
morning.
cheese sticks?
What did you see exactly?
Cheese whiz?
Nothing you can't fight your way out of, but trust me, it will show them the truth. And when you get back, they'll be ready to fight.
You tell I want some cheese.
But promise me one thing, and one thing only. That along the way the seer touches the blade. If he can wield it, then we have our greatest weapon.
Ooh. Did he done did it? Did he done did it now? Oh. We being fooled. Oh, where are we now? Some sort of librarium? We enter Milas's house and immediately spread out. After a few moments, it's evident that nobody is here. Ulrich sighs, but Valessa isn't ready to give up.
I don't know what you expected. You think the Elder would just stay here? I assume he's at the Grand Tree as well.
You and your assumptions will get us
There has to
nowhere.
be something here. It's not him, but his books as well. He must have some kind of record.
Record of what exactly?
I'd like to know.
Ulrich, the Triumvirate is burning down Valenorth. They seem to think we're caught up with the rebels. Thinking the Elder is clueless? That's stupid.
Why would they ever think we're caught up with the rebels? We're not rebels. We're I wonder why. We're rebels. Oh, shit. She walks over to the large window and looks outside. Thank you for the boon donation, Chef. Very much appreciated. We're all relieved that the flames haven't reached us yet. Looking through some papers, she whispers to herself.
Come on, Milas, give us something. We're smarter than this, I know it. Shipping manifests anything.
Yes. With renewed determination, Ulrich examines the large table. It certainly is a table. The fuck you gonna find about a table? Look, examine what's on the table, you fucking idiot. He shuffles papers aside and flips through the books. Oh, okay. He's smart. He's smarter than I give him credit for. That's nice. It's almost like he's in a rush to find something first.
None of this is helping, Valessa. It's everything you'd expect to find.
He's resisting.
No, there has to be something here. Come on, Seer, give us a hand.
How the fuck am I going to help? I don't... What? Oh, a tutorial level. Lovely. I love it. Oh, it's the best thing. You can freely move the cursor on the screen and will change to a bubble when hovering over an interactive object. Clicking with a Joy-Con change will interact with a selected object. You can initiate a conversation with the present comrades by clicking on that icon. Note that not every map has a comrade, however others have multiple. Some maps will display how many books are hidden, and how many of you found. When present, this icon will leave the current world map. Okay. Clicking this icon will open the save game menu. Oh, there's more! It is optional, but highly recommended that you talk to your comrades. Okay, I'll talk to my comrades. Hey, Ulrich. Hey, what's up, brother? How you doing? Find anything useful? Where did you come from? Where'd you go? Where have you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Have any theories about all this? What are your thoughts on your culture? Culture. Let's just start from the top, work our way down.
No, there's not much here. But I guess if we spread out, we stand a better chance. Not that there's too much ground to cover.
No, he's trying to get rid of us. Well, that will not work.
If I knew, we'd have found it already.
Ugh.
Valessa seems to think Miles left something behind. But he isn't dumb. He wouldn't leave stuff out in the open.
Mm-hmm.
If it were up to me, we'd all be long gone. I can't fight your choice, though. It's your village. Let's do our best to hurry and get out of here.
He's a bit salty. Where'd you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
You mean today, or in general?
Motherfucker, why are you so goddamn paranoid about this? Let's go with the...
Oh, I'm a mercenary from Mazeo. I was actually hired to come bring you back there. A summit is happening and they want your input.
Lies! Lies!
Look, I don't ask for specifics. I do this to get paid and make a living. If you want, feel free to ask them when we get there. And that is, if you two even agree to follow me.
Oh shit.
But right now, I can't let you die on my watch. We will discuss the rest once we're out of harm's way.
He's salty. Kind of summit.
Because of its central location, it's the perfect meeting spot. The generals from Alarinthia and Baltia sail over annually. Valenorth is non-partisan, so you usually sit this one out.
Yes.
Maybe it's a chance to get Valenorth more invested in Alestian politics. But they want your input and I've been sent to pick you up. I guess it's a good thing I got here when I did, right?
Yes, with the convenient
Is
timing.
that an accusation of some kind? Where I come from, you don't accuse the guy with the bigger sword. I'll pretend I didn't hear that and carry on with his search.
Hey, I wasn't accusing anything, you paranoid fucking...
It's basically the hub of Alestia. Ports from there go to the rest of the known world. A huge city of commerce, it's full of strange people.
Strange people, you're
But
very
you'd get stabbed in the
strange
back before you
yourself.
find help.
Oh, snap.
That's what puts people like me in business. Protectors of the weak. Well, not that I'm calling you weak, but you get the idea.
Judgmental much. Do you have any theories?
Well, yeah, if the Triumvirate is truly responsible. Alestia is divided into 4 nations, right? Valenorth, Mazeo, Alarinthia, and Baltius.
Good geography lessons.
Each nation has a general that serves the Triumvirate. They rule in their stead and make sure everything runs smoothly. Except, you guessed it, the Elder or General of Valenorth.
Okay.
No one really knows why you remained
Didn't guess
untouched
shit.
for so long. But the theory is that they don't want to anger the spirits. You know, because of all that spiritual energy residing here.
All that
So I'm
spirit
thinking
shit.
this is a power play. Take the 4th nation and control the whole world. They did the same thing to Mazeo about 20 years ago.
What happened in Mazeo anyway?
The same thing that's happening here, but with less fire. They occupied the free town and placed a general in charge. They used terrible force, but the town improved because of it. I'll never agree with their methods, but Mazeo is peaceful. If they're burning villages down now, though, unforgivable. Perhaps the rebellion isn't in the wrong after all.
Showing your cards, we're not rebels. Yeah, what are your thoughts on our culture?
It's not like
I
anything
want you
I've
to
seen
judge
before.
me.
So in tune with the spirits, you let them govern you. The rest of Alestia has history in their own hands.
Okay, maybe the judgment was
Not
not
that it's
so
a bad thing, of course.
enjoyment.
It's just different from the rest of the world.
Not so enjoyment.
From what I've seen, the spirits have a good grasp on things.
What did you say? I was talking to myself. And let's not be...
Well, let's not jump to conclusions. I'm a sellsword. There's no business in peace for me. After I retire, though, it's always an option. If I live long enough to retire, that is.
Oh shit.
My business isn't exactly the safest in the world. What's going on here is pretty good proof of that.
Well, we don't seem to have anything else we can say to the boy. So let's talk to the female.
I wish. This whole place is a mess. Honestly, I don't even know what to look for. Milas isn't stupid, though. He'd leave something.
The other guys, by the way, I didn't even say it out loud. It was, did you find anything interesting? But, the other guy, fucking Ulrich, said he isn't stupid, he wouldn't just leave shit out. And now she's saying he isn't stupid, so he would leave something. So, how long has he been the Elder? You seem to think highly of him. What if he's helping the rebellion? You seem to think highly of him.
He's performed admirably for the position he's in. I doubt even a full election would find a better candidate. I was scared for a while, but he really filled the role.
Nice.
He didn't want to do it, but he kind of had to. It all happened so fast. I'm not sure of the specifics. But it was seamless. You almost couldn't notice.
If he doesn't want to, he shouldn't have to. Maybe I should step up after this is all over. All my life put you in some crazy situations. I don't want to do office, and he seems to like it.
I agree, but I feel a bit sorry for him. You can see it in his eyes. It stresses him out. Maybe we can find someone more willing, you know?
No kidding.
But we can worry about that after this is over. There's lots to do, and we can't even find him. I really hope that nothing bad has happened.
I hope so too, sister. How long has he been the Elder anyway?
Honestly, only a few months. He was thrust into the position against his will.
Jesus.
Something happened to his father, the previous Elder. But he's done such a good job, it's crazy. The leadership of Valinor did not skip a beat. He must have been training under his father.
What happened to his dad?
Nobody knows, actually. He went on a trip to Matsio and never came back. Search parties came up with nothing. It's like he vanished.
Oh shit.
Normally we'd hold an election, but things were crazy. That and Valinor is really big on family and tradition. Everyone just seemed to expect that Milos would take over.
That's an odd assumption.
I'd want to get to the bottom of it then. There's more going on than we can take at face value. He'd have his reasons, and I'd want to hear all of them.
Could anything excuse what's going on right now? He'd sure have a lot of explaining to do. I mean, there's so many choices. I feel bad because I'm not consulting you guys, but at the same time, there's so many fucking choices. Could anything excuse what's going on right now? I'd sure have a lot of explaining to do. What do you guys think? Let's go with the first one if we could do both.
That's the thing, though. It's not actually happening. If he can explain himself and we can prevent this, well, then we can deal with it in a reasonable way.
Reasonable? What kind of reasonable person would want to deal with things
We
reasonably?
can't condemn him on a vision like this. That's like hating someone for what they do in a dream. Besides, we have no way of confirming this is his fault.
No way of confirming whether or not it's a fucking vision, and we couldn't do both. You are lied. You lie.
I'm making a pretty educated guess. I'm trained to detect this kind of stuff. But it's so weird because this feels like reality. What's going to happen to me? I mean, technically, I'm not real, right? That's hard to take in. This feels real to me.
Then it's real.
But the way you're acting, yeah, it makes me certain. It's very rare that I become lucid in a vision. But with the evidence at hand, I'm very sure. Better not talk about it too loud, though. I don't want Ulrich to realize something is up. The rules state that only you and I can know.
Huh. I wonder why that is. What other rules are there? I'd like to know.
There's entire books written on the subject, you know. But no one must know when they're in a vision. It could screw up what the spirits want to show us. These are gifts, blessings, directly from the realm of spirits. We're not in any position to harm what they give us.
Okay. How long do they last? What do the spirits give me visions? Do you call this a gift? How long is this?
As long as any other dream, I guess. Or maybe when the spirits decide you've seen enough. That's one of the things we don't really know.
I agree.
I guess something traumatic, like your death, would end it. Our minds aren't fit to comprehend what would happen next. We should make the most of the time we do have in here.
I don't know what the fuck that means. Why do I... They give
Nobody
me
knows,
visions?
but we assume it's to protect us. If we know it's coming, we can change what happens. Seers have done it time and time again for thousands of years.
It's kind of boring.
A lot of people think they'll want something in exchange. That they're planting seeds to reap later down the line. Stupid superstition, if you ask me. They just want to help.
Stupid superstition. Nobody helps for free. We must be eternally grateful. Well, the first one sounds like a fucking scolding. So
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
There's nothing more pure than the spirits. Without the visions, we'd have died out ages ago.
Yeah. I don't want to fucking demean the fuck we've got, so... We've known each other our whole lives.
It's just like I said. For better or worse. I was trained to be your scribe from a young age. We've been inseparable ever since.
Oh shit.
It's not exactly what I grew up wanting. But I'm not in a position to shun Valinor's tradition. Besides, I can think of people much worse to serve.
Oh, he's being nice. What are scribes' duties? Are you the only scribe? Oh, fuck. How long have we known each other? Are you really forced to do this? Are you really forced? I mean, she did just say that, so what do we fucking question it? How long? She said that long. Are you the only scribe? What are the scribe's duties? I want to know that shit.
Actually, you're seeing them firsthand. Imagine how confused you'd be without me. We're supposed to guide you through these visions.
Okay.
But when you wake up, you also need to report to me. Or, I guess you can report to Milas in these dire circumstances. Either way, I help you in here and you report out there.
Well, that's nice.
If it weren't for me, you wouldn't remember this. You'd wake up, shrug it off, and go about your day. Imagine what would happen to Valinor then.
Yeah, imagine if. Seems like you're almost more important than me. I'm sure I could do this on my own if I wanted. Don't demean her fucking job. Seems like you're almost more important than me.
Of course not. We're two sides of the same coin. Honestly, I wouldn't be able to do anything without you. A scribe would do little good without visions to inhabit.
Mm-hmm. Are you the only scribe?
Yes and no. Actually, it's pretty technical. I'm your only scribe, but there's also a scribe in training. His name is Fortum, and he's prepared to take over if needed.
Fortum? Looks like Fortane to me.
It's a recent addition to the ranks, but it helps out a lot. Without a scribe, your abilities would be pretty useless. Having someone fully trained means no one misses a beat.
Thanks.
Imagine if you had this vision while I was gone. Just from that, I think you can gauge Fortum's importance. He's a nice guy too, but I'm sure he's long since fled. I'm sure you'll
Probably.
meet him when you get out of here. He tends to knock on your door first thing in the morning. So, let's focus on the matter at hand, alright?
Okay. The other two. Let's reminisce.
Since I was a little kid, actually. I was trained to be your scribe from the moment I could speak. It's a prestigious position, and I couldn't exactly say no.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the other children were jealous. Their parents too, which seemed really immature to me. Apparently, there's some competition for the role.
Yay.
But the elder chose me, and like it or not, here I am. I guess I'm just blessed that I actually do like this arrangement. In the end, the spirits really were looking down on me. Even if being here right now is terrifying, I'm still happy. Doing my duty to save Valinor, it's a dream come true. We don't know if the other kids would have fit this role.
True. The other kids suck. So you're really forced to do this?
Well, I guess the answer is both yes and no. Before my parents passed on, they took care of the paperwork. Until I came of age, I had no choice but to obey.
Damn.
When I did come of age, however, I got to choose. Leave Valinor and pursue my own dreams, or be your scribe. I guess it's pretty obvious which one I chose, huh?
Yeah, but why?
So, while I was forced into the role, I chose to stick with it. Although, if this is any indication, we might have to leave Valinor. In that case, I get to be your scribe and travel the world.
Why would we leave Valinor? Glad to have you by my side. I mean, it's pretty fucking obvious why we'd have to leave, so I'm just glad to have you here.
Yeah, and same to you.
No.
Look at this vision. We're going to do great things. Let's get to the bottom of this and save our village together.
Together! It's fucking weird. My windows are open and I gotta only imagine the shit that people are hearing out there right now. Alright. Back. And exit. Alright. So back to the main screen. We have talked to the people. The people. As you can see, there's people. The flames haven't reached us yet. Malice's house is much higher than the rest of Valinor. We should hurry, though, because it wouldn't be safe forever.
This isn't the time for sightseeing, you know. We need to find information before we run out of time.
Information. I'm just seeing if it's still safe.
Sorry. I didn't think of that.
Jesus.
Keeping watch is a good idea, actually. What do you see? Is it still safe out there?
Yeah, I nod and turn back to what I was doing. Might want to look outside every few minutes. Last thing we need is an ambush. No kidding, Shirkoi. I walk over to Valissa and stand beside her. She's hard at work reading papers and pushing books aside. I've never seen someone quite so determined.
Hey, have any luck yet?
Nah, I wasn't sorry, I was just watching you. That sounds creepy. Let's be creepy.
Oh, alright. But maybe you should look as well. Check out the tables and bookshelves?
Completely unfazed, I nod and turn back to the rest of the room. I guess I should help out instead of just watching them. She was certain we'd find something, and I trusted her. Alright. Let's look at the table. I push aside a few things looking for anything of note. It's so cluttered that it's hard to find anything at all. Ulrich slams his hand on the table, startling me.
This is my spot. Find somewhere else to look, alright? We need to cover more ground if we want anything.
Jesus, dick cheese. Seems awfully defensive. I notice he keeps looking at the papers, almost like he knew what he wanted to find. Dick bag. It's a map of known Alestia. I've seen it many times. We are in Valinor and Mazeo to the north. East of Mazeo is Alarinthia. And north is Baltius. These four nations make up our world. Each is governed by our general of the Triumvirate. Except for Valinor, which has remained non-partisan. It's odd how I remember the basics, but little else. I wonder if this attack is an attempt to occupy Valinor. After that, all four nations would be under their control. Okay, so we know not to go after the table. Let's go under the table. I crawl under the table. It's full of useless trinkets. Whatever we're looking for, I doubt it's down here.
Hey, it isn't playtime. Get out from under there.
Motherfucker, how about you join me? How about you join me?
I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that. If you pass for authority around here, we're all dead.
Fuck you. I get out from under the table after Ulrich's verbal lashing. He might have disagreed, but we have to search everywhere we could. Fucking dick cheese. Alright, what's over here? Hey, it's a ladder! No!
Actually, it's a step ladder.
What, you'd have a bad relationship with your real ladder? What the fuck? I doubt we have to get time to argue this. To avoid further conflict, I nod and move on. What is the point of that fucking dialogue? Whatever, let's look at the shelf. I walk over to the bookshelf and see what I can find. It seems to be full of books about the spirit realm and Valinor. However, I don't think either of these subjects will help. Eventually, I come across a book about the rebellion. I doubt it's what we need, but I decide to take a look. As I open it up, a piece of paper falls out.
Milas's note. Recently, the Rebel Alliance has reached out to me. At first, I pushed them away, thinking them little more than a rogue group of bandits. But they said they knew the truth about my father. How could they know? In my situation, it was hard to resist temptation. I had to ask them exactly what they knew. The truth shocked me, and I have yet to tell anybody. I might take it to my grave.
What entry number 7 is.
It's not the truth I expected, but it did shake me to my core. My father was in the middle of an important task. As his son, I felt that it was my duty to help finish it. I have no hatred for the Triumvirate. This is simply a matter of familial ties. Were anybody posed with such a situation, I doubt their actions would differ from mine. It doesn't seem too difficult either. They've given me a blade and tasked me with protecting it. In the next little while, they will send an envoy to pick it up. At that point, I am to send someone special with them. I must keep their name secret so nobody finds out. This envoy, however, will be coming any day. I can't wait to meet him. I've been told that he knew my father, and he would have all manner of stories to tell.
Huh. Should I show the note to Ulrich and Valessa? Yes, absolutely. This is it. This is what we needed. I call over Ulrich and Valessa, showing them what I found. Ulrich seems tensed up, and even a little anxious.
So Milas was working with the rebellion. Apparently, he was sheltering a blade. Could that be why they attacked us?
Doing all this for a blade? Let's be realistic, Valessa.
Let's be realistic.
It must have been very important. I'm assuming Milas took it with him. I don't see any blades lying around here. But about this envoy he mentioned, and this supposed special person. Ulrich, why did you lie to us?
She done figured it out. It's true. Anybody would have guessed it, figured it by now, except us. We figured it out earlier because the game showed us. He seems to admit defeat and closes his eyes, almost like he didn't want to see us as he spoke.
We didn't think you'd come if you knew. I tried to hide it, but I guess there's no point anymore. After seeing this attack, I need to request your help.
Yeah?
This is far from the first village they'll raise. They're up to something much bigger. That's why you wanted to come here, right?
Yeah, you're right. There's little time to argue and nowhere else to go. Looks like you got what you needed, Ulrich.
I guess so.
Let's head back to the Grand Tree. There might still be time.
To the tree we go. We are not acknowledging the unspoken truth. Ulrich didn't care about those in the Grand Tree. He only knew that coming here would blow his cover. But I know this information would be a huge advantage. We had a probable cause for their attack and knew Milas' secret. Nice to see you, Spike, and good night. We head back to the town square instilled with hope. Dangerous weapon to hold. Ugh, still ablaze. We will see what is to happen in the town square on the next episode. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, I have been the trained unprofessional. Speaking of voices in my head when I say, fare thee well. Bye, everyone!